Hey, what it do, Sports World? Welcome to the Real Untouchable podcast for me, Ray Diggs. I got a great segment for you. I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Baltimore Ravens 17-10 to advance to yet another Super Bowl. And before I get started, hey, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button. Also, if you got any feedback about this segment, can you all just let me know? Put it on, type it in the comment section, and we can talk about it. But hey, let's go ahead and jump into it. As you all know, Patrick Mahomes has advanced to another Super Bowl, which is now, which is his fourth Super Bowl. And I want to talk about what really happened in this game. I went to work today and I thought about it. I said, man, listen, I'm going to write down what happened in this game, why the Kansas City Chiefs won this game. I did 10 things on why I feel that the Kansas City Chiefs won this game. And I'm going to go over all 10 of these things. Number one, Lamar Jackson, his quarterback play. Lamar Jackson played a terrible game. Y'all try to continue to say that he played a good game. Y'all try to continue to say that he did this and he did this, but in the end, he played terrible. He went back to something that we've been saying that he was all season, when you just continue to be what you are, a dual threat quarterback. It's okay, Lamar. You don't have to be Patrick Mahomes. You can be Lamar Jackson. You can be dual threat. And I think he converted back to being what we feel like he should be, which is a pocket passer instead of taking off running the ball. I think that he made a lot of bad decisions in this game, and that's the reason why the game got, I feel like this game right here was won by Kansas City in pregame. And I talk about that right here as well. What happened in pregame and why I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs really bullied the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Okay, that's the number one thing. Number two, Kansas City basically bullied the Ravens from the beginning. That's my number two. This right here, why I think the game was won in pregame. When Travis Kelce came out and threw Justin Tucker's kicking gear, that's when the defense and Lamar Jackson, that's when they should have stepped in. That's right there when you come to your kicker's defense and you pretty much, you got to come and you tell them like, listen, I'm not going to let you disrespect my teammate like this right here, because that's what Ray Lewis would have did. That's what Terrell Suggs would have did. That's what Ed Reed would have did. They would not have allowed Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes to do what they did to Justin Tucker. And they're still bullying him. Even talking today on podcasting, they're basically bullying a kicker. When they did that, I said, yeah, this game right here is pretty much won. It's mentally won. It was a mental game. They pretty much bullied them from the beginning. That's number two. That's the number two thing on why the Baltimore Ravens lost this game. On number three, all the penalties went against the Ravens. All the penalties went against the Ravens. Okay, yeah, okay. We would say that Kansas City got a touchdown call back, but yeah, clearly that was holding. That's the only reason why he scored, was because it was holding. All the big penalties went against the Ravens. I feel like every time, they got a good play, it was something. Or every time they made a play, I'll say like Cal Van Noy play when he headbutted the guy. Was it a big enough, to get a penalty? I don't think it was. But being how these referees work, you never know. So that's the reason why I say that was a big penalty. Why it was a big penalty? Because it kept the drive going. Another big penalty. Did the lineman mean to hit Patrick Mahomes in the face mask? He didn't, but it happened. So he touched Patrick Mahomes' face mask. What happened? Another penalty. What did that do? That kept the drive going. So it's like the penalties killed them. Okay, Zay Flowers, he get a long bomb. He get up, he did. Now, this is the crazy thing I don't understand. This right here why I hate NFL referees. I feel like they have parlays going on these games is because the same thing that Zay Flowers did, it's the same thing that Travis Kelce do after every catch. Every last catch you watch Travis Kelce, and you will see he do the exact same thing that Zay Flowers did. He get up, spin the ball, and and he basically look at the defender. They called a penalty against them, and that's why I say I knew this game right here was pretty much over. When the referees are like that, when the turnovers are going their way, the penalties are going their way, it's just like this game right here was pretty much won in the first half, honestly. Pre-game, first half, it was pretty much done. That's another thing. Okay. Penalties. Number 4, turnovers and time of possession. I put both of those in the same one. Turnovers and time of possession. I'm gonna talk about the turnovers. It's like bad luck. When you get a touchdown, you almost got a touchdown, and what happened? The guy knocked the ball out at the half-yard line. Lamar Jackson threw a pick in the end zone. Now, I will say this right here. That pick in the end zone, I just don't understand what is pass interference in the NFL. Now, I will say this. Those calls that Baltimore, those calls that Kansas City wasn't getting early in the season, everybody were crying about, well, they're getting them now. They're getting them now on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. I feel like Kansas City Chiefs cornerbacks, yes, they are good, but I feel like they hold way more than their talent. They are talented, but I think they hold a lot when it comes down to them playing, the way they play against the wide receivers. Just watch it. Just go back and watch the film. You ain't got to listen to me. I don't know nothing. Go back and watch the film, and you will see for yourself. These Kansas City Chiefs cornerbacks, they hold a lot. And even on that penalty, man, this dude hit him in the back, tackled him in the end zone. That's how it was an interception. It was a bad throw anyway by Lamar Jackson, but definitely should have been, the least it should have been was holding or defensive pass interference. That's just the bottom line. But when this right here happened, with the turnovers, like, dude, you can't beat a team, right? If you got turnovers against you, penalties against you, and time of possession against you, you're not winning that game. That's almost a 99% chance you're going to lose that game. And let's go to time of possession. Kansas City dominated time of possession. Kansas City had one drive that was 9 minutes. Let that sink in. It's only 15 minutes in a quarter. They had the ball for 9 minutes on one drive. They was dominating the whole first half when it came to time of possession. And that's why I was saying it was big that Lamar Jackson keep those drives going, because it was like he was just 3 and out. He just run off the field, 3 and out, run off the field. And I'm just like, dude, it's like this dude don't even want to play. Like, honestly, it feels like he don't want to play, and I'll get to, with him and Patrick Mahomes a little bit later. Okay. Number 5. It's like the defense was afraid to hit Patrick Mahomes. It's like every defense in the NFL is scared to hit Patrick Mahomes. Okay. And then that's right there why that's why I say that Patrick Mahomes can never be my GOAT. And that's what I mean when I say that, because Tom Brady took a beating. I remember I seen Tom Brady get hit so hard against the New York Jets. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know how he got up. But it's like now the NFL might as well just play two-hand touch when it comes down to the NFL now. It's so weak. The NFL has got to be the weakest league in all of sports, in all of professional sports. The NFL is the weakest sport. I feel like you take more hard hits in college football than you do in the NFL. And that's the reason why even on one sack, they sacked Patrick Mahomes. He was so scared that he was about to go and get a penalty. He let him go. Patrick Mahomes didn't even go down. He came up out of that sack. And that's right there what I'm saying. But the one thing that Baltimore was saying was, hey, we need to make sure that we hit him. He need to get down. If Patrick Mahomes is running, you need to treat him like a running back. I feel like they scared to hit dude because they know if they hurt him, then the NFL pretty much gonna fine them $2-3 million. And that's right there. That's the bad thing about the NFL. That's why, man, I love the NFL. I like watching it. But honestly, it's so predictable now. Like quarterbacks nowadays, it's going to be a minimum. It's going to be easy to play a minimum of 20 years. Just being honest with you, man. 20 years, that's going to be a minimum. Quarterbacks nowadays going to be able to pay 25 years. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you're not taking the big hits. You're not getting injured. So if I'm not getting hurt and I'm not getting injured, I can play for 20 years. I can play for 25 years. And that's right there what I'm saying when it comes down to it. It's like the defenses are scared to hit Patrick Mahomes. And I'm telling you, it's going to be the same thing in the Super Bowl with the 49ers. The 49ers, they're not going to hit Patrick Mahomes. You know what now? Because that's every team. It's not just one team, it's every team. Okay, that's number 5. Okay, number 6, terrible play calling from the Ravens. Terrible play calling, man. I don't know what the offense coordinator was doing for the Ravens. This Ravens got to be the worst play calling game that I've ever, been witnessed in my life. First of all, you abandoned the run. Okay, could y'all run? You couldn't really run that much, but the run pretty much, sets up for the play action. But when you went to completely just basically all out passing, then you was pretty much predictable. So now all the Chiefs have to do, the Chiefs just unloaded on them. Basically, the Chiefs basically just blitzed. They knew that Patrick Mahomes, they knew that Lamar Jackson couldn't complete a pass. So in the end, like the third quarter, they pretty much just all out blitz. And I'm just like, dude, y'all, they basically had a basic, man. When I was talking to somebody yesterday, I said, man, listen, man, to be honest with you, the Ravens game plan was more like a college game plan. It looked more like a college game plan that they had. That you just drop back and throw, 30 times in the second half. I think they might have ran it maybe 4 or 5 times in the second half. Play calling was terrible. Now I'm going to it's a new offensive coordinator. This is their first year. But the play calling in this game right here was pretty much predictable. And it was easy I think it was easy for the Chief defense to dominate because they already knew what was happening. Oh, man, he ain't going to do nothing. He in the shotgun. He ain't going to run it. The receivers can't get no separation. And if they do get separation, he ain't going to see them. So I feel like Chief defensive coordinator pretty much just unleashed the dogs on them. And the crazy thing about it was the Chief was playing without one of their best linebackers. That's the crazy thing. Okay. And bring me to number 7. Chiefs defense dominated the game. They pretty much just went into Baltimore and took Lamar Jackson. They pretty much went in there and just took this man candy, man. You see what I'm saying? He just went in there and took his candy. Man, give me this. Man, give me this. Give me this. Nobody. Lamar Jackson and Lamar Jackson you just let him did it. Let him do it, dude. Like, I don't get it. But that brings me back to this. Lamar Jackson, is he really that dude? Is he really the MVP? Is he really the MVP? You let these dudes come in here and everybody be like, man, Lamar Jackson, man, the Ravens defense held Patrick Mahomes. Think about that. Patrick Mahomes to 17 points. 9 out of 10 times you should win this game right here. If you hold Patrick Mahomes to 17 points, you should at least can score 18. You should at least be able to score 18 points. The defense did their job. They did their job. And the crazy thing about it was they pretty much shut Kansas City out in the second half. So they did their job. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson he didn't stand on business. And bring me to number 8. Zay Flowers, man, he just made a lot of rookie mistakes. Okay. He making mistake after mistake. He catch a long bomb in the first quarter, touchdown, boom. I said, man, listen. I said that's the reason why I would take Zay Flowers over Rice for the Kansas City Chiefs. Then he get another long bomb. I'm like, oh my God. Spin the ball. Oh, penalty. Bam. God damn. Okay. Penalty not that bad because they still got first down, at the 30-yard line. Okay, cool. Then this right here is what you call doing too much, trying to do too much. When you got a touchdown or you got a first and goal, instead of you trying to reach the ball out there, honestly, he really didn't even have to reach the ball out there. If he just put his head down and go in, he probably still scores. But by him putting the ball out there and out there trying to reach it out and it got punched out at the half-yard line, I said, man, listen. And then on top of that, so you got a penalty on one drive, this right, everything that happened on one drive. Penalty, fumble at the half-yard line, then he go to the sideline, and then he cut his hand because he punched the bleacher, because he punched the bench. All that happened in a 5-minute time frame. Penalty, fumble, cut my hand. This man right here but it's a learning experience. But I was watching him unravel as this game went by, or as this game went on. Yes, it was a very intense game. It was a very emotional game, but you have to learn how to control your emotions, Zay Flowers. He gonna be good. I like Zay Flowers, but honestly, a lot of this game right here, he put them in that situation because if he scored that touchdown, now it's 17-14 with a whole fourth quarter to go. You see what I'm saying? Okay, cool. Boom. Now, bring me to number 9. Patrick Mahomes did just enough to win the game. Patrick Mahomes did just enough to win this game. It was basically the Chiefs defense that dominated this game with all the sacks, script sacks on Lamar Jackson. Like, dude, I'm just like, bro, you're standing in the pocket this long, you get script sacks, and when you get script sacks and Patrick Mahomes and the way he looked that first drive, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was getting ugly. When he got that script sack, I said, man, listen, you can't turn over by him, turn over by Zay Flowers, interception by Lamar. That's 3 turnovers. Then you have how many penalties that you got? You got a total of like 10 penalties. 8, 9, 10 penalties. So you got all those penalties, all these turnovers, and you think you're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. But Patrick Mahomes, he did just enough to win this game. Just enough. He did just enough to win the game. Okay, that brings me to the last thing, and that's Lamar Jackson. I feel like Lamar Jackson was afraid of Patrick Mahomes. I feel like he wanted to show us that he could be like Patrick Mahomes and stand in that pocket and throw the ball. But I honestly believe this right here. I honestly believe when he looks over there to that other side and he see number 15 over there, I feel like that Lamar Jackson I feel like he feel that he's not better than Lamar. He's not better than Patrick Mahomes. I feel like when he looks over there and he see that number 15, it intimidates him. Just like I say the same thing about Josh Allen. The only quarterback that I honestly feel that looks over there to that other side and he feel like he's better than him, and that's Joe Burrow. Oh, Smoking Joe. That's the only quarterback that I can honestly say when he looks over there to that other side and he see Patrick Mahomes, he feel like, oh, man, I'm on the same level as Patrick Mahomes. He's not, but he feels like it, and he's going to go head to head with Patrick Mahomes. But when it comes to Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, these dudes, I think they look over there and they basically see somebody that they just intimidated by. They are scared shitless when it comes to Patrick Mahomes. And that's just what I feel. That's my opinion. I feel like this. I mean, you can't beat him. When you play against him, you play terrible. Like, I don't understand. Patrick Mahomes he did just enough. And this right here was one of Patrick Mahomes, not one of his better games, and still wins the game. So that's my top 10. And I got one bonus before I get out of here. Taylor Swift. The NFL need her at the Super Bowl. That's my final spiel. I feel like that the NFL wanted Taylor Swift to get to the NFL, to get to the Super Bowl. Is the NFL rigged? Maybe. Because at the end of the day, I feel like Kansas City got every call that they needed. Kansas City did some things that were very questionable. They was holding, they was pass interference, and nothing was called. So my opinion is, I think that the NFL really need, and then you see the report just came out. Taylor Swift has made the NFL $331 million. Okay. And okay, so they're trying to justify why they show her so much. Okay, just say, you don't have to explain that to us. Just say I show her. Just say we show her a lot. But that is their justification. Oh, she make us a lot of money. When we show her, this is what what we make. Do I believe it? I don't believe it. I think the NFL just saying this. Do Taylor Swift fans love her? Yeah, they're gonna watch her. Yeah, of course. They love her. But I don't think the NFL is making that type of money because fans want to see her on TV. I'm just saying. If you really want to see her, she go to Instagram. That's all you gotta do. But every play of the NFL game, every commercial, every time the Kansas City Chiefs score, they show her. They show Brittany Mahomes. Bro, it becomes annoying. But I think that's my bonus on why I think that the Kansas City Chiefs got to the Super Bowl. I think that the NFL needed them to get there because Taylor Swift is coming with them. Even Andy Reid talking about Taylor Swift. Think about it. All right. But hey, I'm gonna wrap up this segment right here. This right here is my recap of the Kansas City Chiefs game. The Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Baltimore Ravens 17-10 to advance to the Super Bowl yet again. In which, if they can win this Super Bowl here, it will be the first time since the New England Patriots did it back in 2004 when they won back-to-back Super Bowls. This right here is a chance for the Kansas City Chiefs to really, start their dynasty, okay? Because it would be 3 Super Bowls in the last 4 years. And that right there is really, really, really hard to do. But hey, until next time, man, thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Real Untouchable Podcast with me, Ray Diggs. Hey, make sure y'all hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the share button, all right? And until next time, thank you all again for watching. Peace.